Hello and welcome to Good Clean Gaming. I'm your host Jalindo, and today we're playing some Parkitect, and we're actually doing it for realsies this time. We're going to do a whole series on this, at least as much as I can stomach in a pre-alpha. There are some bugs in the game. It is early, not even early access. It's pre-alpha 6B, and so there's going to be things we run into and roadblocks and missing functionality, things like that. But I mean, it's a really enjoyable game, and so I think we can make a good series out of this. Even in the pre-alpha state. So, first things first, what's the goal for this? A lot of people, I've noticed on YouTube, a lot of people, since money doesn't really have a purpose in Parkitect right now, they haven't made a limit to how much you can go in the negative, and there's no reason to not go in the negative. Because of that, people will do this down here. See in the bottom left, I'm starting with 334,000, but some people will just keep spending and spending and spending and not build a profitable park. So my goal for this series, if I can manage it, and I don't know if I can, honestly, but if I can, my goal is to make a profitable park that actually makes money. And the ultimate goal would be to get this number to be positive, to basically pay off our, we're going to call it a loan. By the way, this map we're using is not the original map. The original map's just flat. This is a map we used, download from the Parkitect Nexus, and it's by XRBZ. And he put together a excellent map, and I think it fits well with what I want to do with my park, and so I'm going to use it. So thank you, XRBZ. Awesome map. Great work. I'm very impressed. So first things first. We need to make this place profitable, which means we probably need to start with some parks. I'm going to start, since these are all zones, kind of, well, they're kind of pre-made zones because they're islands, or sort of islands. So what we're going to do, and I have the grid on. I'm going to turn that grid off because it's a little ugly. Let me show you what the zones look like. So this is my first zone, and this is what I'm going to focus on first. I'm going to fill in this and try to make it as profitable as possible before advancing to another island and advancing to another island. So we're going to focus one island at a time, basically, in order to build this place out. And that means first, before we even unpause, we're going to look at the rides available. I'm going to start out with some flat rides, but I am going to try to build a roller coaster. Now, because of the limited build space and because of all the water, I'm going to try to build a lot of the roller coaster stuff over the water, which would be really cool. That's got to be a really cool looking roller coaster to be over water all the time. But we're going to start with some of the flat rides so we can start making some money and start getting some cash with some shops as well. And I'm also going to only get the employees that I need in order to make this place run. So I'm not going to be buying tons and tons and tons of employees and running my park into the ground with all these wages. I'm only going to get them if I need them, and we're going to do it. We're going to play this properly. Enough intro. Let's take a look at this. So for the very first ride, flat ride I want to use this first zone as a highly profitable, highly energetic, kind of intense area for the park. And so I looked at all the rides, and probably one of my favorite ones, even though it causes a lot of nausea, one of the best ones is going to be the Enterprise. It only takes 20, from what I understand, only takes about 20 people on board, but it is very intense. Everyone seems to love it, and so we just have to find a place for it. I think I'm going to place it right about here-ish, kind of right on the main thoroughfare, not too close. And I'm going to replace any trees that I knock down. I'm going to try to replace later on as a way to, you know, make it fair. I don't want to change the landscape too much as part of this whole deal. Maybe I want to move that a little closer. I get back 1,000 when I knock that down. It costs 1,000, so it is a free knockdown. Boom. We can replace some of those trees too if we want to. Let's worry about that later. Yeah, let's worry about that later. Entry. We're going to try to have short entries. I don't want to have too long of an entryway into these rides. So let's start with just a queue of maybe 3 for this ride. And we're going to have the exit kind of nearby up here. I'm going to try to have the exits where the exits move them deeper into the park. So hopefully that will encourage them to go deeper and deeper. Let's move this to the other side. I don't like it on that side. This was the right side. Like I said, didn't plan any of this out, so a lot of this is going to be on the fly. I am going to recolor a lot of this stuff once I get everything laid out and we start making some money. But for now, I'm going to use default colors because we need to get started and get some profitability working. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that can queue up, 5 queue, and I'm not sure exactly how many fit in each spot of the queue, so we're going to find out. I'm going to unpause the game now and get that running. And I'm going to start looking around for the next place to put my next ride. So another ride that is high intensity, high energy for our kind of exciting part of the park. It's called the G-Lock. G-Lock has high intensity, higher excitement, higher intensity than the Enterprise, and lower nausea. So it's actually a more efficient ride than the Enterprise. We just need to find a place to put it. I don't want to terraform too much. Really, I don't. But I do want to put it somewhere that actually makes sense. So I'm going to probably put it somewhere over the rainbow. Do we want to put it like in the centerpiece up here? That's a kind of a long queue, though. I guess we can put it... We could put it right there-ish, somewhere around here. That ain't bad. That really ain't bad. And by ain't, I mean isn't. That really isn't bad. I'm going to have to terraform a little bit, though. Yeah, let's put it here. It's a little close to that entrance way, but it should be okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's make another 4. Exit here. Q runs directly down. Boom. Done. So, first things first, let's turn these guys on. Opened. Let's wait till, for now, let's wait till half full. But we'll probably change that because we're not going to get a whole lot of people early on in this whole thing. So next, we also want to start making money. Let me make sure we don't have any tasks. I'll paste that up there so we don't lose it. We want to make money on food and drink. And they want to, if they get hungry or thirsty, they're going to need something to eat and drink. So let's put down something to eat, something to drink, and we're also going to put down bathrooms because we want to make sure that if they get off these rides and they really need to use the restroom, they need to be able to use the restroom. Let's put a bathroom right about there, right at the entrance, and let's put some shops down. I want them to be able to eat basically right after they get out of the park. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna disconnect later parts of the park until I need to use them. I don't want them wandering all out in the middle of nowhere on these trails because they will do it. They will wander anywhere where there's a path. In fact, while I'm at it, I'm going to make sure they don't wander into these areas by mistake later on when I reconnect that path. They need to stay kind of tightly confined. There we go. That feels better. Kind of make those little breaks in the line there so they don't sneak off somewhere. Alright, so we want food and we want drink. Well, and we also want fun. Balloons are fun. I like to see as many balloons as possible. So let's put it as close to the entrance as possible. And really encourage them, hey, buy balloons, you know? I like that. So next, we also want some decorations. I kind of want to decorate or put things around so that they're always able to use like benches and trash and things like that. So let's put a bench kind of right here in case they're tired. We'll grab a trash bin in case they want to throw something away. And then a lamp, maybe a lamp. Yeah, let's put a lamp somewhere. I feel like our little park needs to be as lit as possible in case, you know, in case we eventually install a mod that has a night version, night vision, nighttime, night something or other. Where is the thing that I need? I need the lamp. Get rid of that. I want to move that lamp. I love the fact that I can actually sell these and get my full money back. It allows me to redecorate really easily. Balloons need a worker, so we'll go ahead and hire 1 workman. I'm also going to hire 1 janitor because we need to do that. We've opened these up and they have not gotten. Oh, we're still got zero people. Have we not opened the park? Oh, see, whoever built the XRBZ when he saved the map had send guests home, which means that no one shows up to the park. So now we should have people showing up to the park. That's better. Okay, I was wondering, like, where is everyone? This isn't good. Okay. So now we're going to have people showing up. I'm going to go ahead and just let this thing ride because I don't want them waiting for these rides too long. We'll set the waiting time of 15 seconds. So it's not just instantly running whenever they have like 1 person on board. Entrance fee to the park, we're going to make that, let's make it 0. Let's encourage as many people as possible to come in. Actually, you know what? I don't think it actually encourages people. I think it only sends people away if it's too expensive. So we'll set it to 1. We may even set it higher and see if we turn anybody away. Now I do have a first-person like coaster cam mod installed, and I'll probably make separate videos in first-person view. That way you can see all the rides and everything. But I don't want to make it on this one because some people may get nauseous. So we'll do this one purely not first person. I'll make separate videos for the first person stuff. What else do we want to build? I want to make sure we keep good like decorations on this. Noise is a little high. I'm going to turn down the noise a bit. Sorry about that. Let's take a look at another shop. They need food and drink, so we're going to start with, we're just going to go down, you know, alphabetical order. Let's give them some bubble tea. And let's give them some burgers right across from the toilets. No, let's move the burgers slightly downwards. And it looks like there are a lot of tasks available, so I'm going to hire 1 extra workman to try to fill those requests a little faster. And we'll just see where we're at in a few minutes on that. Decorations. Throw another bench down right here. And right at the end of the path there. Throw another trash bin. I like these open trash bins better. You can see the amount of trash inside, so I'll just put these in random places. Trying to be a little consistent about where I put everything. Some of these rides are a little loud, huh? Okay, we got trash, we got benches. Check the status on the trash. 0 of 0, so no one's dumped any trash yet. I think this one. So this park map, this kiosk, this is an info kiosk. They sell maps to the park, and the maps to the park actually allow, from what I understand, it allows tourists to go directly to the attractions they want to go to instead of wandering around aimlessly. So I really like it when they buy maps to the park. I want to encourage that as much as possible. In fact, did you buy a map to the park? Yes, you did. Did you buy a map to the park? No, you didn't. What's wrong with you, buddy? Oops. My bad. Let me fix that. Oops. Info kiosk. There. Perfect. Now, some workmen will show up and man that. I wonder if I can get 4 workmen on this thing. Because what happens to this guy now? I think if I point it this way, point it that way, point it that way, and point it that way. Do they all 4? Do they all show up? They all show up. I'm not sure if that's beneficial at all. We'll end up selling that and firing all those guys. Let me go ahead and fire these guys, in fact, because I don't want them taking a bunch of money if if they don't do the extra work that I think that they will. Fire, 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 fire. Sorry I hired you. Sorry, sorry, sorry. Okay. Next. We'll just have one workman on that. It's kind of a bad thing. We got, getting rain the first day means we're not going to get very many visitors. Really curtails the visitors, I think. So let's start looking at the funds we're getting in here. Shops are not making money yet because they need customers. We don't have any customers yet. Rides, I haven't made a whole lot of money yet. In January, February. Oh, this is back in time. So rides made 18 bucks. Shops cost 133 bucks due to supplies. So yeah, supplies is going to kill us. Construction, wages, yes, that's going to be expensive. Okay. So let's look at what we can build next. What's another high energy ride we can put in here? We need to put it a little further away because this area is a little too dense now. And we want to add some, we're going to have to add some decorations and things around to make it look more natural. The next really intense ride I have is the launched drop tower, but I don't want to put that here because it's a big tall tower. I don't want it to block the view on the screen, so I'll put that in the back of the park. The next one I have on the list that is pretty good is the Transformer's pretty good actually. Not as intense or exciting as these two, but it's pretty good. I feel like I should either put it in the corner here, one of these sides like this, or on the hill. I'm trying to jam pack the front of the park because I do want as many people as possible going to these rides, because this is where like the entryway is. This is going to have the highest foot traffic. They're going to need a lot of attractions on this side of the park. So let's put it right about here and see if we can get a queue to go downhill and everything. And all that jazz. There we go. So let's put this right at this side here. And right here. And let's make the paths go down. So there, and then we'll go down one. There's the stairs, and boom. Same thing with the queue. Gonna have it go... Not there. How about let's go up? Why'd you do that? Why in the world did you do that? Why would you be so evil? Stop it! I want to go there. Wow, that is frustrating. Okay, let's do this instead. How's that? Boink. That is a major bug. I am certain of it. Can I not connect these? I don't think I'm going to be able to connect these like this. I'm going to have to terraform slightly. Mild terraforming going on here to make this happen. There. Okay. Now I can even terraform this back down if I want to. See if this works. Yes. I want to kind of keep the terrain looking mostly the same. That looks pretty good. Okay, now we can turn the transformer on. Let it start inviting people in. How's everyone liking this? Good? Good. Good? Enterprise was awesome. I agree. Enterprise was awesome. Let's have this wait 15 seconds as well. I don't want these things running too quickly. Okay. The one thing I don't like is straight paths are recommended for this game because they do this wandering thing. So I'm going to get rid of these paths. Got to force them to go kind of around the kiosk. You know, I don't really like that. Changing the kiosk. Changing it. I'm going to put a kiosk on this side. And I'm going to put a kiosk on this side. This kiosk is going away. You are getting fired, sir. You can leave now. And we're going to make a path in there. I like that better. I just do. Just 'cause. Okay, that looks nice. I'm going to add some decorations later when I get this place filled out a little better. I think we have maybe one more space here and one more space here at most. I think I'm at my limit for flat rides in this zone. And then we need to add a roller coaster. I need to add a path so that you can actually get up there. Let's put one here. And let's put a ride out there. Let's see what else we got. Topple Tower is good for the exciting. That's probably the last really good exciting one for like nausea and all that, if you can call that good. This one's not going to fit all that great, but it will fit, sort of. Put that right there. It'll hang out a little bit. That's fine. We'll call it a good use of space. We'll fold a path in this way, and then we'll fold a queue in the other way. That doesn't look half bad. Oh, you're gonna do this to me again, huh? There we go. Got it. I like how it's like some of the stuff's going over the water. It just, you know, like with the stilts and everything, it just makes it look, I don't know, it fits in with the rest of the environment really well. I might have to lean most of some of my flat rides over into the water from now on, because that just has a cool effect to it. Okay, so that's linked up. We can turn this on. Any cost to a bathroom? I'm not paying that much for toilets, he says. I can't change the cost of toilets. Sorry. Shop. We're going to add another toilet. I don't see any cost to it, so we're just going to throw them around wherever we need to. Where is the bathrooms? I know it's on here. Oop. Why did it minimize? Weird. Weird. Totally weird. Seriously, I know it's on the list. Balloons, bubble tea, burgers, Chinese food, kiosks, snow cones, soft drinks, souvenirs, toilets. Okay, I was looking for restrooms, bathrooms. I'm like, what? Where is it? Let's put one. I like to put them near the exits to rides, because I feel like people are gonna possibly need to use them after waiting in line and then waiting on the ride. Seems like an ideal place to put a toilet. That's right, I said toilet. And if they're way out here, they're probably going to need food. So let's make sure we arm this area with food. It's on kind of an intersection right there, a little bit, because of the way I built that. So guess we can put it right along the road, and they'll find it if they need it. I think we should make it candy, though. Candy. And then hot drinks. How about let's put them right next to each other. Right next door. They can be partners in business. Also known as business partners. Let's use the bench. Give them a place to sit. And we got a long way between benches here, so we got to make sure they have enough places to sit. We're going to put one here. Probably need to put a couple along this route. It's kind of a long path. That looks pretty good. Let's put one over here. Let's grab another trash bin. Want to make sure I have trash next to all the shops. That way they know they can always dump their trash in there. How's everything looking over here? Uh-oh. Someone used the restroom there. We need to get a janitor. Janitor's wandering around. Of course he would be. We might need to separate this into 2 separate zones. Like zone 1 up here. Zone 2 down here. Because this is a long route. And they might... workmen might have trouble doing all that. Do we need a second... Let's take a look at this guy. He's way over there. I think we need to separate the zones. I'm going to go ahead and pause the game, separate the zones, because the zone, if you look at this, the zone is too big. And in the next episode, hopefully I have everything arranged where the janitors will stay on task a little better. Thanks so much for watching. Feel free to click the subscribe button if you're interested in seeing more videos like this. And remember, keep it clean.